Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Ark Survival Ascended. In this episode, I'm going to show you my top 10 PVP dinos on the island. So this is mainly just for the island. Of course, there's going to be others in the future, once, you know, dragons and things like that start dropping. But this is what I reckon is probably the best dinos to have for PvP on the island right now. So, I don't really have them in order as such, but yeah, we'll just tell you what we've got and why we have each one. So first of all, I reckon the Basilo. So I have made a video on this, on how to tame one of these ones, and the reason I got the Basilo is they have massive amounts of health. So these are like your turret tanks for underwater. So basically you can go up to your auto turrets and then just drain them. These things are just menaces, same as like in a battle, you know, it can just tank bullets like nothing. Like, these things are awesome. Underwater, you're not going to be getting zapped by anything, you know, like, you can stay underwater for quite a while and nothing's really going to bother you that much. Even if someone has a squid, they can't grab hold of you with the squid, so, at least I don't think so. But yeah, I'm pretty certain they can't grab hold of you, so yeah, that's my main underwater one. The second underwater one, I would have to say, is a Sarco. Now, a lot of people might not think that Sarco is great, but people might be like, oh, nah, the Megalodon, you know, but I reckon the Sarco, because the Sarco can outrun the Megalodon, and, yeah, he's a beast underwater. He's an absolute beast, and you can bring him up on land, so at the moment, you know, like, I think they just dropped cryopods, but, yeah, you know, it makes it a lot easier when he can come up on land as well as in the water. So you don't have to keep him like in the water all the time. And so, yeah, I reckon the Sarco is better than the Megalodon. Okay, for our next one is a Stegosaurus. Now, the reason we got the Stegosaurus is basically the same reason that we got the Basilo. And that's because he's a tank. So everyone, you know, that's done PvP before all know that the Stego can tank turret bullets. Like, he's the king, absolute king of it. So, you know, you get on him and you can back on up. He's also can do a few different things, like, how do we do it again? Wait. Can't remember how he does it. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, so he can do this. And basically what it does is it allows you to like hide up in his scales, and it gets hard for people to try and like shoot you off of it. It's a lot more difficult. So he's excellent for you know, when you're going into battle and things like that, just draining enemy turrets when you're doing the raiding, you know. Like, my next one on the list would have to be the Quetzal. Now, I've also done a video of how to tame this guy up pretty easily. You don't need too much, like, you need honey and things like that. Like, can be a little bit difficult to get, but yeah, other than that, you can tame him solo, so, you know, he's not hard to get, really. And so, what this guy is great for is you can make, with these, his saddle on his back, you can make like a platform on the back and carry dinos around, you know, on the back of him. And you can also like cage him off, you know what I mean? Like, make a box around him, and it makes it pretty hard for him to be shot and stuff, you know, like, so you can use him to come in like that. So he can become a very useful tame as well in PvP. The next one's the Thylosaurus. Now, this guy here, most people wouldn't really think that much of him either. He's not the fastest thing in the world, but he does certainly get around, and he's just as strong as a Rex, you know, like, really. Like, you know, you get into a battle, you get someone running around on, like, you know, a frog or something like that, or a what do they call them, little tiger looking things, you know what I mean? If you get them running around on that, you can just whip them up with your claws, you know, they can't really get close to you, and yeah, you'll smash them, you'll absolutely smash them. So I reckon these guys, you know, like, I have completed the game and everything with these guys, so they're stronger than what they look, you know. Even though he's a herbivore, he in battle, he's not too bad, you know, he's not too bad. Now, the next one is kind of a bit controversial in a way, but I reckon the PT is another good one. And the reason for the PT, I've actually had this happen to me on PvP, is... Oh, I'm too heavy. But yeah, is basically they can do a spin maneuver where he like spins really, really fast, you know, and so you can like quickly spin. Now I had a base that had auto turrets on the roof and it had a little gap in the middle, and this tribe member basically span with this thing and somehow outran the auto turrets and just landed in the middle of them all, and then just, yeah, started dropping C4. And I was just like shocked, absolutely shocked. Like I didn't even think that was possible, but apparently it is. Apparently it is. So these guys at the moment are pretty good. In future maps, you know, I think they'll start to lose their ability to be as good as what they are, but at the moment, yeah, I've actually personally had these destroy my base. You mean, like, I thought I was all good, and yeah, I had plant species X and I had auto turrets, and he just whipped straight past that and just, yeah. I was absolutely shocked. So, you know, this guy is a lot better than what people think of, you know, like, and then yeah, so we'll move on to our next one. And next one, of course, is the Rex. You know, he's a total beast. Like, he's good in every kind of a way. You know, you can jack his health right up. You know, later on, you can get the tack saddle and things like that for him. You know, and just really beef him up. Like, he's absolutely awesome. You know, like the Rex is always going to be on the top of the cards for anybody, I reckon. You know, I don't think there's too many people that don't want a Rex and Arc. And yeah, like, you know, you walk into battle with him and you're just feeling sick, you know, you're like, yeah. But as saying that, there's a few creatures here that are even better than the Rex. When you go into battle with them, you just feel unstoppable. And one of them is this one, the Karcher. This guy is an absolute beast, total beast. And so this guy, he's a little bit harder to tame. He's like on the harder scale of the things to tame, but the one thing he can do is when he's running, you can get him, and he's got this speed bonus thing where he can move like super fast. You know what I mean? He can just get around, and if you're on something smaller, like you can't even outrun this guy, you know, like he's just insane. Some people say he's better than the Giga, but I reckon he's on par with the Giga, because yeah, he has his abilities, but the Giga has his abilities too, you know? And so I reckon he's close. He's close, but he ain't, you know, I reckon he's the same, personally. People might think differently, but yeah. But he's, I don't know, it'd probably be about the same to tame as a Giga. You know, he's a little bit more, got a bit more going on. But yeah. So he's definitely on my list of PvP creatures to have on the island. Now, the next one, once again, is the king of them all. You know, like, someone sees this, you know, you got you got a base down here on the beach or something in this noob area, you know, and you see one of these things coming, like, you just pack your bags, like, simply, you know, you just like, I'm out. Because this thing, like, you know, he's a total beast, mate. Absolute total beast. The Giga has been the king, like, always. The only problem with the Giga is trying to tame him. You know, like, number one, I've had troubles trying to find him in the first place. I have found him, like, up in the volcano area, but he's a difficult one to find, like, I must admit. And then taming him is, like, you know, it can be pretty hard too. Like, you know, I had a few attempts trying to tame them, and yeah, I've died a few times, you know, like, I must admit, they're not easy to tame. Now, talking about things that are difficult to tame, the hardest one to tame of them all by far, especially on an official server, but is a total beast once again, is the king of the flyers, especially on the island, the Rhino, whatever he is. The giant bug. This thing is absolutely insane. So not only can he just run around on the beach looking all freaky, but he can also swim underwater. So for something that can fly, I don't know any other flyer that can swim underwater. You know what I mean? And how do we get out of water? Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, and so I don't know any other flyer that can fly and swim underwater. You know, like that's an absolute mad bonus. Not only that, he can pick up structures. So I don't know if he'll be able to pick this up, but we'll try. Let's see. Oh, wrong button. No, yeah, I don't know. He can pick up structures though and carry them, so it comes in handy if you like, you know, if you want to carry a vault back from a raid or something, you can, you know, go off to a little area to the side, make a little platform, put a vault on it, pick it up, and then yeah, fly him out of there. He can also like do a lot of different stuff. Where's my resin? How come the resin's not on him? Oh, it's on me. Hold on. I'll just chuck this resin onto him. I'll show you some of the things you do. This guy's quite hard to tame though. You need to do like many steps to tame him. So when you put in the resin, you'll start making like this stuff here, this hardened resin. Oh yeah, when he gets the sap, he turns it into resin, sorry. Just get rid of this gun. As you can see, you can shoot off him as well, which is, you know, extremely useful. But you can go into like this turret mode, where you can like shoot like darts, like this sort of thing. He can also shoot like a rocket style, basically. He can, that's like his melee attack. What else can he do? He can do heaps of different stuff. Oh yeah, he can armor up like this, and basically he'll put like an armor on himself, which is pretty insane. And he can also what's that one? Oh yeah, that's where he shoots like resin onto the ground. Yeah, like shoots that pad, and basically if anything walks on this, it'll get stuck. So if you're in the middle of a PvP battle, you know, you can like do that and you'll get stuck. I think I ran out of resin to do that. But yeah, and so this guy is absolutely insane with some of the stuff that he can do. Really, really, really useful. However, extremely hard to tame. So, that is my top 10 PvP dinos. So I hope you all like that. Smash that like button, subscribe, because I'll be putting out many more videos like this. And I hope to see you all in the future. I will catch you later.